Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and finally welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Crystal Legacy Murder Mystery Dinner Theater. It's time for the Rocket Radio Tower. I'll show you who we've got in the squad today. We've got Shakespeare, we've got Teen Idol, we've got Slow Sister, Ain't That Mr. We've got the horrifically sick looking Dream. We've got Hard Hat, because it's a Hard Hat October, and we've got Nemo. And I'm going to warn you in advance. 1, I don't like this part of the game. And 2, the cat is like precariously up on top of a bookshelf, like literally a couple of feet away from me. So depending on what happens, I might have to like, your viewing pleasure might be interrupted for me to have to deal with the cat, pretty much is what I'm trying to say, just in case I seem distracted at any point. But yeah, it is Tuesday, the 22nd of October, and I am actually really happy to be back and recording this. I don't know why. Let's not hang on a second. Let's not make this a video all about like. Let's not make this a video all about me talking about how I didn't record and I don't know why, but actually I do know why, and that's why blah blah blah. Let's not do that, please. So yeah, basically, I'm happy to be back doing this. The Rocket Radio Tower, I think, is like the worst part of the game. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. Well, maybe the worst part of the game is like the grinding. The nothing but grinding. That's also potentially a terrible part of the game, but still. It's funny, right? I thought about this recently because there's this like, there's this kind of meme, I guess is the correct word for it. There's this meme going around that you see on like Reddit. It's like, I wouldn't say it's like a meme. Well, it is a meme, right? But it's almost like a chain letter. Like, do you know these, like, and I feel like I've only started seeing them recently, these kind of, like, chain letter style posts on Reddit, where you'll see, like, one community starts doing something, and then it's, like, another subreddit will, like, cross-post that post, and be like, well, what is the equivalent of this for our subreddit? Do you know, this kind of thing? So I'll give you an example. Is it another fucking Raticate? This is like a Dark Souls 2 boss or some crap. It's just a load of rats. Like, I'll give you an example. So, whatever subreddit, I can't remember what it was, right? Did, like, a post with, like, do you know the Dean Norris meme where he looks really happy and then he looks, like, really sinister? Like that one, right? And it's one of those classic, like, meme constructs of, like, the comparing and contrasting or juxtaposing or whatever, right? And on the left, it said, like, my favorite game from my childhood, and that's, like, the happy Dean Norris. And then on the right, it said, that part, and that's, like, the sinister Dean Norris. So basically, it's like, what's your, like, favorite game from your childhood? But there's always that, like, one part that you don't want to do. So, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of what that might be for various games that I'm thinking about. Like, for this anyway, it's like, and that's when I thought about this game. I was like, oh, that's like Pokemon Silver and the Rocket Radio Tower. It's like Pokemon Silver is like that game I love from my childhood, and then like the Rocket Radio Tower is that part. It's hard to think. I think I stopped recording at some point there because everything went like a bit mental, but I've started recording again. I don't know like what got captured from before, but I do know that I'm recording now. Today's password, help, of course. Let's lead with Nemo. Why not? What? Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. I think I like pressed a button or something like that, and then it like went crazy. I wonder if like sticky keys is on. Like, you know, like that sticky keys thing where when you press the same key a couple of times, it like stays pressed. And I'm like, I hope I don't have that turned on, because that's gonna like screw me up to no end. So yeah, a lot has been going on. I'm trying to think. It's been like a month since. Why is this thing such a high level? This isn't fair. The what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's like a lot of stuff after being going on. Don't you glare at me? I'll glare at you. Well, no, apparently I won't. Don't you screech at me? I'll glare at you. Why is like the only attack I can use on this thing sludge? Please. This is going to take like 10,000 years. It's not very effective. But you're still hungry. This is not working. Time to switch out to Slow Sister. So I suppose one of the most monumental things that happened recently is that I actually finished Revolutionary Girl Utena. So wait a second, I haven't watched Adolescence of Utena yet, the OVA, but I have now watched the entire series, and I was like, there's one part of me that like feels really kind of like bittersweet about it, because I'm like, it's so good. Like, I find it really hard to think of something that is as good as it, you know, if you know what I mean. It's really tough thinking of something that is as good as it. And like the ending was like so like overpowering. Like, I find I've talked about it before when I like, because I've been watching it. I think it's taken me like something like 2.5 years to watch this thing, right? In totality. It's like something like 39 episodes or something. But the thing is, like, it's so like intense. Like, there's so much in every episode, and it's so kind of intensely affecting the stuff that goes down. Like, whoa, why are you so powerful? Hang on a second. Oh yeah, they're level 35. Curse you, Empolo, you told me the squad is strong enough. You told me on Discord that the squad is strong enough, and now here I am getting fucking reamed by these grunts. Sending some money to mom. But yeah, like, everything is like so affecting and so intense that goes down in Utena that it's like, I found it difficult to watch more than 2 episodes or so at a time, and then I was taking like a big break in between. And I think part of me just wanted to savor it as well, because I knew that there was never, that there was hardly ever going to be another Got any games? That's what this thing always reminds me of whenever I see it. It's like, got any games? It's like, but anyway, I think maybe part of me was like delaying it because I knew that I probably wouldn't have another experience, like another watching experience like it. That's the thing. So, and I honestly don't think I will. It's almost like when I read whatever it's called, the Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, the one, is it called, I don't know what it's called in English, it's like Yokohama shopping list or some crap, like some other thing that doesn't make sense, like Yu Yu Hakusho, which is something like Ghost Report or something. But, like, I remember reading that and being like, there's nothing else like this. Like, I remember reading it and thinking to myself, and it was a long time ago now, but I remember reading it and thinking to myself during that process, I was like, there is nothing else that is like this piece of work, you know, is like the best piece of art, really. Like, it is a piece of art, and Utena is a piece of art as well. And that's the same feeling I had when I was watching it. I was kind of like, when I was watching Utena, I was kind of like, there is nothing else like this. There's no other kind of like piece of work that you can compare to this. Not necessarily just, I feel like sometimes when you say something like that, people assume that you mean like from a quality perspective. Obviously there are things that are qualitatively on the same level, right? But what I mean is that I don't think there is any singular piece of work that does the same thing that it does in the same way that it does. That's kind of what I mean by that. Why did I just see a pineco? It's not Halloween yet. Let's give Nemo another shot here. So yeah, that's kind of that, like, and the ending was like really unexpected. Like, not unexpected because it made sense, but I was like, oh, they went there, and then they went there, and then they went there. Like, it was that kind of like ending sequence, and it all made sense. It didn't feel kind of like, it didn't feel kind of just like made up, or like, oh yeah, now this is the ending, deal with it. It felt really intentional. And that's the kind of way I felt watching the whole thing. I felt like, oh, there's all of this stuff that's happening that seems so strange, but it feels like it makes sense. Like, it feels like it's going to make sense at one point. Nemo, I'm sorry, I don't think you're gonna cut it in the late game. No, not you. I don't think Nemo is going to cut it in the late game, everybody. I think Nemo is just going to have to be our strongest cheerleader from the bench, because I can't deal with this. But yeah, so it, like, the ending, not only did the ending make sense, but it made a lot of other stuff make sense. Do you know what I mean? It was almost like you were slowly uncovering the reality of what you were watching, and then the ending just like made that all come together. So it was like really expertly written in that way, like really expertly composed. Yeah, let's send out Shakespeare. So yeah, that's kind of like the major big deal. Like, I think that I'll definitely watch Adolescence of Utena. I know nothing about it. Like, now, having seen the story, like, having seen the whole story, I'm also like, where will this fit in? Because it can do either one of two things. It could be a continuation, which I find highly unlikely that it will be like a continuation of the story. I think it's more likely going to be like, do you know the way like Beauty and the Beast 2 actually happens in the... Whoa! What did I pressed something again. Do you know the way like Beauty and the Beast 2 like actually happens in the middle of Beauty and the Beast? Like, what a great example, right? Well, it is, because it has that fucking organ that's bolted to the wall. Who's poisoned? Shakespeare? When did that happen? Do I have a poison cure berry? Let's not start arguing about why the... I have, like, no berries. Oh, no, there's no berry pocket in this game. Let's not start arguing about the ice berry and the burn berry or whatever. The ice berry that cures burn. And the burn berry that, or the burnt berry that cures ice. It's like, what is it, Mega Man something or other? I can't remember which one it was. Was it Mega Man 3? Mega Man something, anyway. I remember Nintendo Capri Sun talking about how his system when he was younger of how to, like, which order to beat the robot masters in, and it was something like you dust off a skull and then you drill into the toad or something like that. Like, it was something where, like, obviously it made sense to him, and it's like, but it doesn't, like, objectively make sense. Like, that's what it's like. It's almost like me and Encore. Like, oh no, I'm a core. I've been Encored. Now I'm a core inside these two walnut shells or whatever I thought they were. Don't be poisoning Shakespeare again. He doesn't deserve it, or she doesn't deserve it. Shakespeare's sister. So yeah, I was off all last week. I might have mentioned. I think I did mention that in. In that Pokemon Golf. That'd be quite cool though. But like Mario Golf video that I did. I think I mentioned it there. But I was off all last week. And you know what? I just kind of really enjoyed the time off. I watched a couple of films that I hadn't had the chance to watch because I was too busy. I got the chance to play Echoes of Wisdom a lot, which I have to say, I have like really enjoyed playing that. It has been such an enjoyable experience. Bring up the dream. I just like want to give them a chance to get up to the same level as the rest of the team is all. I've really enjoyed playing Echoes of Wisdom. Like, I think it definitely feels like a Zelda game. Like, it's definitely still a Zelda game. Actually, it's like, it's some of my favorite elements of a Zelda game just like emphasized, if you know what I mean. And I think it's just really nicely done. It's a really fun game to play. It's not always easy. It's very puzzle based, but there's also a lot of kind of combat element to it. It does one of my favorite things, which is that a game can do, which it kind of lets you decide how you want to play it. So it allows you as the player to kind of make up your own mind about which kind of style you want to adopt, you know, whether you want to focus more on using echoes to fight, and then even drilling down into that further, like which kind of echoes do you like to personally use as a player, or whether you want to go a more kind of direct combat style. I don't want to like spoil anything about the game and how it works, just because people are probably in the process of playing it, but it is really good. It feels just correct. It feels like a nice, good Zelda game. I should have swapped out Nemo. I'm sorry, Nemo. We'll leave you in the party for this video, just because you deserve it. I mean, it's not like they didn't already win Eurovision. They've got enough attention going on. So yeah, that's Echoes of Wisdom. I also got like Mario Party Jamboree, which is like almost saying like Mario Party, like Yu Yu Hakusho. And and we played some of it last week, and it was so fun. Like, it's the first Mario Party game that I played in a long time. Now, I didn't play Superstars, or whatever it's called, Mario Party Superstars. The one that was like bringing back the old classic boards. I actually forgot that existed until I went to the shop to buy Mario Party Jamboree and saw Mario Party Superstars. But isn't that the one where they like bring back the old boards from like Mario Party 2 and stuff like that? But like I never played that one, but I played like whatever it's called, the other one on the Switch. Is it Super Mario Party, or I can't remember but at any rate, this is like the first Mario Party game that I played in quite a while where it actually just feels like a good old-fashioned Mario Party game. Like, it doesn't feel like it's kind of like a Mario Party. It doesn't feel like a Mario Party skin put on some gimmicky style or whatever, or it doesn't feel like some gimmick is getting in the way of what Mario Party has always been meant to be, which is just like good old-fashioned board game, simple board game playing. Do you know what I mean? Like the one, I can't remember what it's called, the other Switch one. I think it's called Super Mario Party. I have no idea what it's called. That other one, it was just like over complicated, I guess. Like the way that it was like very team based, that you were like teaming up with like somebody else on the board, and then like not only were you trying to like manipulate with them like what the best thing to do was, but also the multiple dice, the fact that you could get like multiple different dice to throw. I was just like, you know what, I just kind of want to play like a Mario Party. Just let me play Mario Party, you know. And this one really feels like that. It feels like old school Mario Party. Not only that, but there's like a lot you can do to manipulate the rules to like change what way the game works to make it work even better like that. I think that was like the strangest way of describing what I wanted to say, but anyway. So yeah, we really quite enjoyed it. We played some, what was it called? Wiggler's Jungle or whatever it's called. And that was definitely very fun, so looking forward to it. I played as Birdo. I won the first game. No wonder I liked the game so much. I got 4 stars. Everyone else got either 0 or 1, so I was happy. Obviously. So yeah, that's Mario Party, whatever it's called. What is it called? Jamboree. Yeah, Mario Party. Can this Venomoth kill me if it uses... It probably knows like some crap like Leech Life that's going to destroy me. Come on, don't kill me, please. Yeah. Sorry, I actually like pounded the table. I was like, why? It's like he can't keep doing this. I can't keep predicting the outcomes to this crap. Go for it, slow sister. With like those really mean looking eyes on the back of that. On the back of that Shelder headdress or Shelder crown. My sister's crown. Don't let me down. That like song is so good. That My Sister's Crown thing. Was I talking about that recently already? I think I named the video that. That like Czech Eurovision entry, My Sister's Crown. Was that from last year, I think? I'm not going back and healing. I can fight this loser. Wait a second, he's like a laboratory technician. He probably has like, what, Magnemite and coughing or something. So what, I don't care. Just send out Teen Idol. I'm trying to think, like, what other games are even coming up? Like, well, obviously there's Pokemon Legends ZA, but the jury's still out on, what the hell? You have an Omastar? Are you the Fossil Maniac? Why is this thing so powerful? Why is it level 37? And Polo lied to me. He was like, nah man, go do the radio tower. The squad is strong enough to do it. And I'm like, and now I'm like, no way. Nice one, Teen Idol. The, Pokemon Legends ZA obviously is a thing, but the jury's still out on is that going to be like a Switch title? Nice one! Holy crap! That's what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Don't do Ancient Power on me. The, what the hell are we doing here? What the hell are we even doing here? We're just like duking it out with our Ancient Power. It's like just these two idiots shooting rocks at each other. But yeah, and I'm trying to think like what other games are coming out. I was thinking of like getting, at the time I remember thinking of getting like Luigi's Mansion 2 just because I never played it. But the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, well, do I really want to play it that much? Like, I don't know. I really loved Luigi's Mansion 3. I think that's like one of the most slept on like Switch titles. Like, I think obviously there's a pantheon of Switch titles that when we look back on the Nintendo Switch, the Rocket Boss has locked himself in. Who am I, Super Nanny? You've got to axe yourself. The like, I feel like obviously when we look back on the Nintendo Switch at some point, there will be this obvious pantheon of games, like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, and maybe even from a Pokemon perspective, I definitely think Legends Arceus is going to be in there. Like, we're definitely going to, and Metroid Dread probably, I guess, from the Metroid enjoyers. But I definitely think as well, and like probably Mario Wonder was a brilliant execution of a Mario game as well. But I think there's like another couple of games that are probably... that are... oh, Archer, I forgot about him. In my mind, they're all Petrol or Mars. We've been through this already. Or Saturn. They're just all one of those people. Petrol, Mars, and Saturn. I don't know any of the other ones. There's probably some other... well, no, isn't there... well, no, isn't there? And then I was like, I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. How many trainers are in this freaking place? It's just this, like, crazy music going on constantly. Do you know what it sounds like? Do you know that, like, one video? It's from the El Jolto Important Videos playlist, where I think it's from, like, Wife Swap originally, or, like, Family Swap, or something like that. There's this, like... do you know that one where it's, like, the guy, and he looks like something from the Addams Family. Sorry, he looks like something from the Addams Family. And he's like, I'm the kind of guy I think people look at him and say, yeah, he knows what he's doing. And then they just, like, show him, like, doing a funny walk with a cape. And, like, the music that plays when he does the funny walk with the cape is, like... and that's, like, what this Team Rocket hideout music is just, like, constantly, like, reminding me of, is that he knows what... I think the video was actually even called Who Knows What He's I think it's called Who Knows What He's Doing. All of my Pokemon are weak against electric attacks. Come on, Shakespeare. Do it right. But yeah, that's what that keeps reminding me of. How do you know rollout? Well, I guess you are a ball. But yeah, I think there'll be games like that are amazing, like are unreal, that just won't get the same amount of appreciation, I guess. I need something that's not weak against rock attacks. Or electric attacks. Do you know what? Come on, to dream. Well, no, but all of your attacks are electric attacks, aren't they? What did I even use on you? I don't know what I even used. Tackle, okay, well. Thunder Punch will probably do more, right? That was so lucky. So, and I think games like that we'll have to remind ourselves how good they are. That's what I want to say. There are games that we'll have to remind ourselves how good they are. And I think, like, Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be one of them. Oh, fuck you, man. Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be one of them for sure. Who am I going to bring out after this? Like, probably Slow Sista. Slow Sista has the special defense, right? So probably Slow Sista. Another one, like, I think Kirby's Forgotten Land. Well, I don't even know what the name of it is. Kirby's Forgotten World, Kirby's Forgotten Land, Kirby and the Lost World. I think that's another one where, like, the quality of that game is unbelievable. Like, the quality of it is amazing. And I think we'll have to remind ourselves how good it is, like, later on, because I feel like it will just get a little bit lost in the fray amongst all of the other amazing Switch games that have been out. Like, when you look at, like, the Switch library, it's, like, crazy. When you look at the Switch library, it's just unbelievable. And not only counting just, like, new games, but also, like, how many games have been remade available. Is Teen Idol gonna be faster than this clown? This fucking laboratory technician is clowning me right now. Yeah, so, and I think, to be honest, I know I'm really biased here, but, like, I want new Pokemon Snap to be fondly remembered as well, because I think it's a very lovingly created game. Like, I need to play more of that. I always say, like, oh, I want to, like, record it or something. And I really do. Especially because I do want it to be, like, lovingly remembered. But, I feel like it's so specific. Like, there's such a specific market for new Pokemon Snap. That... like, I can see it being, like, a little bit left in the dust, to be honest, unfortunately, other than for the people that experienced it or like Pokemon Snap or whatever. But it's so, like, lovingly crafted, you have to respect that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this part of Let's Play Pokemon Crystal Legacy. Glad to be back. Looking forward to recording some more tomorrow morning, maybe. And yeah, we'll continue the Rocket Radio Tower, which will take us about 10 videos, so bye now.